Alright, welcome back. I've just got my tape, my string, my hat, and my obsidian arrowhead. Definitely not the best, but it's the closest thing I can get. Actually looks a lot better in the palm of my hand. It's pretty good. Okay, so I gotta get started real fast because I'm leaving soon. So, got my pine sap. My pine sap's going pretty good. I've got my arrow, so I just gotta get right to it. I've got my arrowhead and the shaft that I'm going to put it in. So it'll fit in pretty snug already. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my machete, I'm going to make it smaller. So really, so the wood won't be taking up the entire arrowhead. This is a very sharp machete. I've been using it for years. It's not mine, it's my dad's though. But I have been using it for a while. Okay, as you see, I made it a little smaller, like a point, and the arrowhead will slide in pretty good. There we go. Now that is what I'm talking about. That is a snug fit. I probably don't even need any rope or any. I probably don't even need the rope. Okay. So now, what I need to do now is I need to get my pine sap that I've been using. That I need to use. I'm going to use a small piece of wood, probably about that big, to collect it. Okay, so I got a lot of pine sap. It's actually not, I don't even need that much really. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to come around and do this. Pine sap is great for an antiseptic wound. So basically what I'm doing, I'm smothering the pine sap on both sides of the arrowhead. And with my shaft, I'm going to slide it through there, and I'm also going to coat the inside with pine sap. So they're both coated, they both got pine sap on them. Now I just gotta slide them in. And I'd let this dry for a while, but I'm gonna slide the string in now, because really once this dries it's gonna be solid, it won't go anywhere. But I've got a little bit of pine sap left, and I'm gonna show you something real quick. I got a cut on my finger from that saw. What you can do is you can put pine sap on that cut and it'll glue it. It's just like a band-aid. It'll just glue it shut and it won't do any harm to you. And really it's just a great thing to know when you're out in the woods. So now the next thing is to put the fletchings on. And I got simple packing tape from when I just moved here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide. I'm going to take a piece of packing tape, like about that much, and cut it. It's going to be about that much, and I'm going to lay it on my arrow. Basically, what you want it to look like is you want it to look like that. And now what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to grab the exact same length, about that much, cut it. That ain't long enough. Tape got in my mouth. Okay, so roughly about the same size, and put it on the opposite side of the tape. So you look like that, you got tape on both sides, and you're just going to close it in like that. And and as you see, it's not perfect, because really I can't measure it, so you're just going to, all the exposed pieces that have tape and sticky stuff, you can fold it down, and while you're doing that, it'll turn out to look like a very good arrow. Just like that. It looks like, it's pretty good actually. And now, once that's set, it'll fly and it won't just go and won't just shoot up, it'll go straight. And as you see, the arrowhead's going pretty good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a piece of string. It's just tackle from any old line. I'm going to cut it. Ooh, okay. Gotta cut my string. Dang, I really should have bought a knife out here. That's what I really should have done. This string is extremely hard to cut with just a machete. Okay, this is getting on my nerves. I can't cut this thing. Wind's picking up again. As you see from the last video, I'm wearing the exact same shirt. Alright, there we go. So now what you want to do next is the end of your string, if it's right, you can twist it the opposite direction and we'll get these little fibers. You'll get 3 fibers just like that, and I'd use those so it's very small. Now what you gotta do is just cut it off again and just cut it off of how long you want the string and just tie the end of where the spool was. Alright, so now that I got my string, both of the ends are separated, and what you're going to do is you're just going to pull it slowly though. If you pull it too fast, it'll bunch up like a knot, and then you got to take it out. You got to do it very slowly and it'll come out, but sometimes it'll ball up in the middle like that, and it might take a while to get it all out. Dang, this hasn't been this hard to really get this out. It's really not that hard. Dang, this is really hard to get it out. Since I don't have that much time and I really am leaving soon, I'm gonna cut it again of how much string I need. So really, I only got about that much of that small string. If you go slowly, which I didn't do, and I got it messed up, then you would have gotten all of them out. So what I'm just gonna basically do is just wrap it very tight. I'm going to get a little bit more pine sap, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I got a little bit of pine sap, and I'm going to rub it on a place where I'm going to start the string. So really, once you set the string down, you want to wrap it first and then coat the end of that string so it's very tight. And now what you can do is you can just wrap it around until you get to the top, which is basically top of the bottom of the arrowhead. So really just tighten it, and really what I do is when I'm done, I'll coat the entire thing, the entire coil of string with pine sap, so really it won't come out and it'll really stay concealed, won't come out. Some more pine sap. Okay, now all I gotta do is just glue it down. Okay, so my arrow is now done. All I gotta do is wait for the pine sap to dry for about an hour or 2 hours. I just waited days just so I know. So the arrowhead's done, the fletchings are done, the notch is done, the wind's picking up, and I'm sick of the wind. But what I said in my last video that I do is I'd show you something that my aunt gave me along with the obsidian that I used. And really what that is a new bag. And this is the bag. It is called the American Camper. And really it's very old, so I fixed it up a lot. It looks almost brand new. And what it is basically you open it, you got a lot of pockets, and you got one main pocket, that big. I hate this thing. It just had to come really, you just got a giant pocket in the middle where you can fill with stuff. And this is just something my aunt gave me, and it's a metal one where the metal is right there, and it'll stay on your back like this. And really, my aunt gave me this because she knew I needed a bag. So really, this is a giant bag, and I use it to collect berries when I'm out back there. I might make a video on that. But really, this is a new bag that I just got, and really it says a American Hiker. I think you can see it. Yeah. American Hiker, and it's a okay. And it's a very good bag. It lasts up to a while. It's a very good bag. I enjoy it. So that's just it. I just wanted to show you this because really it's a good bag, and I hope you guys get it. Mine's old because really she got it at a yard sale because she loves going to yard sales. So basically that's it for this video. I would let this dry for about a day or an hour. It wouldn't take that long. I'm just sitting up here in the blazing hot sun. The next video I might go back there and show you what it's all about. And actually, what time is it? Okay, at 11 minutes. And what I'll do is I'll show you my backyard right now. Because really, this thing is really tight on here because it's got a giant strap that really goes along with this iPad mini. And really, this thing is really great. Okay, so I'm going to head back into my woods. Basically, I got a giant ghillie suit right there that's covering the whole thing in. So basically, this is my woods. I'm walking through it right now. And then you come up to this big opening, which you can barely see, but I hope you guys can see it. It's huge. And basically, the entire thing is filled with berries. And there's my house that I'm going to be building. It's not that good, but I need a house out here. And I'm at a power line area, so they won't build behind me. My trailer's right there. Basically, I got all this wood around here. I got tons of land, but it's not mine. This fence right here is really all of my land. So really, that's pretty much it for this video. And really, that's what my thing looks like. And my giant table. And that's the tree that it was on. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.